Time to make a decision. To my fellow anti-Marcos and anti-Leni citizens, as they ask you to support other candidates, and as we near the elections, please hear me out. I am sure Isko is a good person, but to eliminate Leni the vote cannot be divided. Voting for him will divide the solid Duterte vote, which we should now use to eliminate the one person who made it very hard for Duterte to govern the past 6 years. Your vote must be given to the one person who can, once and for all, ensure that Leni and her toxicity will no longer be part of PH politics. So to my fellow Duterte supporters who hate Leni but are undecided because they are anti-Marcos, give your vote to BBM. This doesn't mean we will not continue to call out for the Marcoses to return the money, or for history to be revised and say the Marcoses were blameless, or no pillage of coffers or human rights abuses were committed. We will. But FEM is dead and BBM is a different breed from his father. Leni, however, is still surrounded by the same corrupt people who are very much alive, who have plunged the PH into being the kind of country who accepted trash from first world nations, who had leaders who allowed the cooking of shabu in our national jails, who allowed the proliferation of NPAs, who have allowed Yolanda victims to suffer for years. Leni right now is already thinking of stopping the BBB projects in Manila and cannot even decide on NPAs and LCAC with firmness. She is a credit grabber who is easily manipulated, and she will give Duterte's head on a platter to the ICC. BBM isn't brilliant like his father, and that may be a good thing because we don't want a repeat of the Marcos years, but his policies are solid. He will support LCAC. He understands the value of BBB. He will protect the sovereignty of Duterte's decisions as a leader and won't give him up. He is supported and backed by Sara, the ultimate Duterte, and not just other Duterte groups. We will be the buffer between the loyalists and the haters. We have no love and loyalty for the Marcos name, so we will go after him when he steps out of line, but with fairness and no vitriol the way the yellows will. To continue the policies of the Duterte admin, stand solid. Not for BBM, whom we do not even like, not even for Sara, whom we do, but for the protection of the hard-won policies, groups, changes, progress that PRRD fought hard for. To give your vote for the one person who can finally and completely eliminate Leni, her party, and her toxic fandom, even when it hurts you, even if it completely goes against your belief, even if it pains you, is our sacrifice for this country that PRRD rebuilt. Remember the anger you felt every time she said something to demean and diminish PRRD? Remember all the Oust Duterte rallies they organized? Remember how they insulted every decision he ever made? Remember how Leni called you a troll just because you disagreed with her? Remember her self-righteous fans who called you stupid, maleducada? To vote for no one other than BBM is to give her and her party a chance to do it again, but this time they'll be even bigger bullies if they hold the highest seat in the land. Use that hatred to push your anger back for the Marcoses at the back of your heart. Let your anger for Leni, for LP, and for everything she stands for overcome you, so you will focus on delivering a Leni-less/LP-less country to the next generation. Vote for BBM to eliminate Leni and her party. We have no choice. We will deal with making sure his government stays in line later. I am so sorry, my fellow anti-Marcoses, and I know it's a very hard decision to make, but the Marcos past, for now, has to take a backseat so we can give our children a good, LP-less future.